for joining us today, everyone. I'm Julie Martin.
And I'm Bonnie Schneider. Today could be the most active storm day we've seen all year, including a tornado threat for many states.
Yeah, an intense day ahead. It is our high severe weather day, a wide swath of the country as well, all the way from Dallas, Tulsa, Springfield, Kansas City, into Indianapolis, Cincinnati, another city we're keeping our eye on today. And the timing of all of this, well, unfortunately, in many of these cases, it will be late in the overnight hours as people are sleeping. Taking a look here at Tulsa, the timing for you between 4 and 9 o'clock. We're talking isolated tornadoes, damaging winds. Hail could be as large as golf ball or larger, so damage to your properties as well. Springfield, Missouri, 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's the timeline for you. Same goes here, not ruling out the possibility of tornadoes. And Kansas City, we're talking 6 o'clock tonight until 1 o'clock in the morning. Again, we're looking at a torcon of 5, so a 50% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. As we take a closer look now at Indianapolis, a lot of the strong storms have now pushed on out of your area. They're heading toward you next in Cincinnati. So for today, a few more hit or miss storms until lunchtime. Then we do start to clear out a little bit for you, but we could see some storms redevelop this evening as well between 8 and 10 o'clock. So we have a very, very active day, Bonnie. Just round one of what's going to be a very busy day. For Kansas City, your torcon is 5, a 50% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. I want to talk about the timing with you right now. The greatest threat is going to be between 6 o'clock tonight and 1 o'clock in the morning. So a very dangerous time when a lot of people kind of have their guards down. We're talking about isolated tornadoes, damaging wind gusts in excess of 75 miles per hour. And we could even see golf ball sized hail with these storms coming through Kansas City. Kansas City, obviously not the only place where we're going to be dealing with a lot of this really rough weather, Bonnie.
Absolutely, Julie. We're looking at so many very heavily populated U.S. cities, unfortunately, that are facing severe weather today and tomorrow and even Friday. Well, that's really incredible to break it down like that so we could see the inside of the structure.
Absolutely. We hope we won't be seeing any of those, but it's looking pretty likely, and we want to tell you where some of the safest places are that you can hide, basically, if a tornado over your head. I've seen situations where people, the only thing left is a bathtub and a mattress.
If it works, it works. All right. Well, and I know, Julie, we've talked a lot about tornadoes, but straight line winds could also be a huge concern going through the day today, tomorrow, and Friday with these storms.
They can be certainly very damaging, very deadly. They're easy to spot once they have come through. You'll notice all of the trees in the same direction, unlike a tornado where you see the rotation. But we have an explainer here to show you exactly how they set up.
Right. First, of course, with the dry air aloft entering the thunderstorm. Those thunderstorms, especially today, are going to be quite tall and large. And with the rain evaporating into the dry air, it will cool the air.
That's right. So the cool air is actually heavier than the moist, buoyant air and the warmer air. So that is going to be heavier, and it's going to plunge downward rapidly in a severe thunderstorm.
That cold air, boy, does it come down fast. Some of these straight line winds can go 80, 90 miles per hour. Forward storm motion just enhances the wind speed ahead of the storm, and the strong winds push objects and debris, as you mentioned, Julie, all in that same direction, which really helps for the storm survey team when they go and try to figure out, was this a tornado, was it straight line winds? They look at some of these patterns that are created.
It's very easy to spot, but the takeaway here is that these are very damaging winds. They can cause significant damage, much like a tornado.
Absolutely, Julie.
All right. Well,
sure is. Well, thank you so much for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm Bonnie Schneider.
And I'm Julie Martin. You know, today, a very active severe weather day. We have 20 states being impacted potentially by severe weather, and we're talking about hail, damaging winds, even tornadoes.
That's
already seeing some firing up there in Missouri. Now, warmer weather is here, and that means more people are spending a lot more time outdoors, but it also means an increased threat for severe weather that can arrive with very little notice. We get you weather ready with outdoor lightning safety tips there. Now, according to the National Weather Service, there were 26 lightning fatalities in 2014, and 6 of those occurred in Florida. So it's interesting, lightning can actually strike you in a number of ways. There are 5 different types of lightning strikes. So I want to take you through those and show you. There's, first of all, the direct strike. Now, that is the most deadly. That's the main discharge that actually goes directly through your body, the bolt coming straight out of the sky there. We also have the side flash. Now, this is where lightning may strike a tree or a tall pole next to you and then jump into into the body, and that current running then through the body. So we also have the ground current. This one comes up from the ground. Lightning can travel quite some distance, and this is the cause of most injuries and deaths when it comes to lightning. Then we also have the conduction. Now this is basically if you are touching a metal object, a pole, or even golf clubs. This is a good one for golf clubs. The lightning can actually travel great distances, go through wires, even plumbing. We've heard of cases inside of homes, and then come up and get you that way. We also have the streamer. This one a little more complicated to explain, but basically the main bolt, the main discharge separating, and the streamers that come out from that then hitting the body there. So again, a number of ways lightning can hit you. The best rule of thumb, if you hear thunder, if it roars, go inside, because lightning is likely very close by as well. Question that we could see some very strong storms in Oklahoma as well. In fact, we have a Torcon of 5 right now for Tulsa, Oklahoma, so about a 50% chance of a tornado within 50 miles for you. I want to talk about the timing now and show you what we're looking at here between 4 o'clock tonight and 9 o'clock tonight. Isolated tornadoes likely damaging wind gusts and also large hail. And we are talking about, even if we don't see tornadoes out of this, those straight line winds in excess of 75 miles per hour certainly very likely. So we're looking at Tulsa as one of the many spots that could be dealing with severe weather later on today. It is going to be a rough severe weather day in the southern plains and in the mid-south, Bonnie. Well, today's tornado threat will extend into tonight, and being prepared can mean the difference between life and death. Twisters that strike overnight are especially hard to prepare for. Here's how you can be ready with some nighttime tornado safety tips. Top of the hour, we are tracking the potentially dangerous storms today, and there will be plenty of